Hello and welcome to the Conway Center on the campus of St. Anne's Belfield. I'm Edison Palumbi alongside Hill Butler. And once again, St. Christopher's and Stab meet up for the Prep League Championship. This game came down to the final seconds last year when St. Christopher's held a 14-point lead at points in the third quarter, but ended up falling by 2. These two teams in the Prep League regular season only lost to each other. Each team went 9-1 in league play. And we should have another great game coming up here in Charlottesville. Same 5 as usual for St. Chris: Elijah Brandon, Brady Burnett, Wally Jones, Stuart Cosby, and Darius Gray. A bit of a different lineup for Stab, however. They have their normal big three of Chance Mallory, Austin Williford, and Denzel Bullock-Coles. Jaden Brown still starting at guard, but then Axel Iturbe replacing Cody Gordon, who started in the previous 2 lineups. We tip it off here, and the tip won by St. Anne's Belfield. The hosts will have it first. Here's Chance Mallory, Brady Burnett on him. And that's Denzel Bullock-Coles, guarded by Gray. Mallory elevates over Wally Jones, no good. Gray the board.
Saw Trey Mallory hit all kinds of shots like those in their last matchup.
The Saints have had some issues getting off to some poor starts in games. Their last meeting at Stab was no different. A barrage of 3-pointers got Stab an early advantage the Saints never could dig themselves out of. But here's Brandon left open in the corner, no good, with the rebound by Burnett. Dumps it off Wally Jones, but knocked out of his hands. And it ends up with Jaden Brown. Now he's looking to run. And Stab will slow things down. Brown gets a screen from Williford. Pulls up over Gray, but he traveled. Just dragged that pivot foot a bit, and the ball will end up back with the Saints.
Brady Burnett inbounded it for E.B. Brandon.
Brandon guarded by Mallory. That's a matchup to watch. The Saints would love to get number 1 in foul trouble. They got 3 on him in the last meeting, but if they can get some early ones on him, that could completely change the complexion of this game. Now here's Brady Burnett on the wing, gets it into Darius Gray, banging with Axel Iturbe, goes up, missed it. A lot of contact on that right arm. And now Williford running the break, goes right at Brandon, blocked by Gray. Darius Gray soaring in from behind to get a hand on that shot. And Stab will inbound now from the baseline. With 25 on the shot clock, Mallory gets it into Denzel Bullock-Coles. Now it's with Williford. Inside for Coles. Switch on to Brady Burnett. Goes right at him. Burnett knocks it away. It'll be going to the Saints. Great defense there from Brady Burnett. Tonight, Coach Jones trusting him with a very difficult matchup of Chance Mallory. The 4-star guard was committed to the University of Virginia, but has since reopened his commitment after the retirement of Tony Bennett. But Mallory is a handful to deal with, as St. Christopher's has seen numerous times. Coach Jones putting a lot of trust in his sophomore guard, Brady Burnett, to have to deal with Mallory. And now Gray swings it to Brandon. Shot clock down to 6. Burnett finds Wally Jones. Saints got to go. Clock down to 3. Jones spinning, blocked. And it'll be, they're not going to whistle for the shot clock violation, but it will be Stab ball anyways. Now here's Mallory. Bullock-Coles in the corner, and he's fouled by Wally Jones, who just got his arm up a bit too high.
Chance to put the first points of the game on the board here. Saints defense have done a good job of not giving them any opportunities, but there's one right there. And
not great defense off the inbound there, as Mallory gets left alone under the rim and finishes. And that's going to be an early foul on Mallory as he bumped Elijah Brandon. As we mentioned, getting Chance Mallory in foul trouble could completely change this game for St. Christopher's. So a good start early, already 1 on him. And now Brandon kicks it to Cosby. Quick release from the corner. It's good. First points of the game for St. Christopher's come from Stuart Cosby. The 3-point shooting last night for the Saints betrayed them. They were 1 for 16 from behind the arc. So they've already matched last night's total in makes, and that one make did come from Stuart Cosby, but here's someone you can't leave open. Chance Mallory off the top of the backboard. No out of bounds call, but Cosby ends up with it anyways. And Stab putting some pressure high up the floor. Brandon and Cosby get away from it. Gray kicks it to the corner. Burnett three-pointer. It's good! 2 in a row for the Saints. Already more threes than they hit all of last night. And a quick 6-2 lead. That's what Darius Gray can do for an offense. All the attention on him. When you have those great shooters around him, it can create a lot of open looks. And here's an open look for Denzel Bullock-Coles, and he answers. And now here is Brady Burnett. Burnett isolating with Jaden Brown. Gets it to Darius Gray. Right back to Burnett. Quick release. No good. Too strong, but the long rebound out to Cosby. His three-pointer's up from the wing. No good. Rebound loose, though, controlled by Williford. And now Stab wants to run. Williford crossing over. Goes right at Gray. Falling away. Tough runner. No good. That is great transition defense from Darius Gray. And now Wally Jones finds Brandon. Thought about a three. Drives. Gets in the lane. Kicks to Burnett in the corner. Dribble drive on Williford. Gets inside, and he's fouled. Coach Jones, before this game, stressed that the Saints need to work on getting in the paint. He doesn't want to see any possessions where the Saints get a shot up without a paint touch, and obviously most of those will be coming from Darius Gray, but even though he didn't touch the ball on the Stab half a court that possession, the Saints did a very good job getting inside, and it ends up with 2 free throws for Brady Burnett. The second best free throw shooter on the team, only about 1.5% behind Elijah Brandon for that title. And the second from Burnett, up and good.
Brady Burnett, usually not a guy you see take too many free throws in the game.
Here's Bullock-Coles, Gray on him. The Saints wanted to match the physicality there. As now Williford, he torched the Saints last game. He kicks it to the corner for Jaden Brown. 3, no good. Gray pulls down the board. Something else that Gray on Coles can do is Coles killed them on the offensive glass last game. With Darius Gray, there won't be as much of that. And that is a tough finish from Darius Gray. Went up and under, took him a few tries, finally created some space. Now in the corner, Brown on the other side. Missed it again, but that's a foul on a Turbe as he pushed off Colin Johnson. So 10-5, St. Christopher's early. About 5 minutes gone by in the first. That's a dangerous pass from Elijah Brandon. Williford racing for it. That's out of bounds. Off of Stab. So the Saints will get it with the clock at 15. An abbreviated possession here after the out of bounds. And Mallory gets in the passing lanes once again. Now Stab has a break. Mallory in the corner. Brady Burnett does a great job to close him down, but Mallory still gets inside and draws a foul. And they're going to get that foul on Burnett. So it'll be on the floor. The Saints of Stab will inbound. And now Jaden Brown kicks it to the corner. Mallory, 2 Saints go down. Mallory all alone. A surprising miss. That's a shot I was expecting to go. And now here's Burnett on the other end. Can't get the roll. Colin Johnson trying to get the rebound, but Bullock-Coles just able to keep it. Now he's tied up. Now Williford, Stab just barely gets it across before a 10-second violation. Now Williford gets inside on Colin Johnson, and he's wrapped up. Colin Johnson most certainly uses his fouls effectively. Even in abbreviated stints off the bench, he's always using up all 5. So it'll put Williford at the line for 2. And the first one too strong off the back iron. And 1 for 2 trip for Williford. 10-6 with 2.5 left in the first frame. Elijah Brandon nearly throws it away. Williford grabs Burnett, sends him to the floor, and he throws it down on the other end. So 10-8, the score now. As Burnett has it on the wing, gets it inside for Gray. Gray double teamed, finds Burnett, had an open look, didn't take it. Gray with a skip pass to Cosby, dribble drive on Williford, knocked it away. Austin Williford has his hands all over this game, now gets inside, goes right at Burnett. And Gray denied the shot, but a foul called.
Saints having some turnover problems here in this first quarter. Let up easy 2 there, almost let up another 2 from that turnover. Could still end up at 2 points, put him to the line.
So 2 free throws coming up for Austin Williford. Went 1 for 2 in his last trip. Hits the first this time. As now Gavin Johnson will check in for Burnett, who's already picked up 2. He's got 5 of the Saints' 10 so far. And Williford hits them both, so we are tied. Darius Gray driving on Axel Iturbe. Backing, kicks it to Brandon. Now Cosby in the corner, gets it right back to Gray. Gray spinning at the free throw line. The lane clogged up for the Saints, but Gray just goes up strong, missed it, pulls down his board, gets hit in the head. Basket is good, and 1. Just nothing you can do to guard that. You know, coaches all the time will stress that if you're going to foul a player, you have to make sure they can't get up a good shot. Right there, Darius Gray got whacked in the back of the head. I don't know how he got that shot to go.
And Stab, if they want to win this game, I think one of the things they got to do, they got to figure out how to win in those situations. I mean, I had plenty of guys in the area, but just all of them were letting Darius Gray get that.
You know, saying that the team has to stop Darius Gray to win is much easier said than done. As now the Saints switching in his zone. Skip pass to find Williford in the corner. Jab, puts up a 3. Too strong. And they're going to get a foul. They're going to get a foul on Darius Gray. And that's number 5 on the Saints. Excuse me, no, they're going to get Cosby on that foul. And some discrepancies between the scoreboard and the books. Mr. Britton over there has only 4 fouls on the Saints, but the scoreboard reads 5. And Mr. Britton realizes that Saints were in fact at 5, so it'll be 2 free throws for Bullet Coles. First one is good. And Bullet Coles can't get the bounce on the second as it rattles out. So the Saints lead at 2 with 60 seconds to go in the first. A lot of high ball pressure for Stab as another ill-advised pass as Brandon throws it right to Williford. And now Mallory, guarded by Colin Johnson, gets it to Williford. Has a matchup he likes with Elijah Brandon, but decides to give it to Bullet Coles. Denzel Bullet Coles gets a switch on to Colin Johnson, gets in the lane, up and under with the left, too strong. And Gray pulls it down. Shot clock turned off. Saints can hold for the final shot. Gray backing in on Williford, finds Brandon. Elijah Brandon over to Darius Gray, knocked away, but a foul on Williford. That's number 2 on him. And that'll put Darius at the line, as that's number 6 on Stab this quarter. The 2 free throws upcoming for Darius Gray. And the first one rattles out. And Gray missed them both. Rebound controlled by Stab. And St. Anne's Belfield will have the final shot. Mallory kicks it into a Turbay in the corner. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound loose, controlled by Brandon from 3/4 of the court. Doesn't get it to go. And that'll do it for the first. St. Christopher's holding on to a 2-point lead. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hello and welcome back. Second quarter just about ready to start. St. Christopher's leading 13-11. Brady Burnett in the game, guarded by Denzel Bullock-Coles. Burnett on 2 fouls, finds Darius Gray, kicks to the wing for Cosby. 3-pointer left it short. Rebound by Cody Gordon. Gordon hands it off Chance Mallory, now back out Bullock-Coles, walks into a 3. No good, but the rebound nearly taken by Mallory. For someone his size, he is a phenomenal rebounder.
Stab struggling from 3. Seen him miss a lot of near open shots.
And Chance Mallory has also been so disruptive in passing lanes. As now Darius Gray backing in, goes up strong, bulldozes a Turbay, and scores. And now a Turbay down. I think Gray might have stepped on him. And we'll take a break. So back out of the injury pause. Stab has it. It's Cody Gordon, gets a switch on to Gray. Now Chance Mallory, guarded by Elijah Brandon, pulls up over him and rattles it home. The Saints wanted to have Brady Burnett on Mallory, but with Mallory's prowess at getting to the free throw line, Coach Jones has to switch off that with Burnett, already sitting on 2 fouls. Here's Brady Burnett. Kicks it to Stuart Cosby. Now Darius Gray. Jabs, puts up a 3. Puts it in! Darius Gray for 3.
Not something you see every game from Darius Gray.
But now here's Chance Mallory, tries to respond, left it short. Wally Jones pulls it down, loses it. Might have been lucky to get away with a travel. As that's a skip pass up ahead to Cosby. Kicks it to the corner, Burnett. Brady Burnett driving in strong, pulls back, gets in the lane, floater too strong. And he slipped, trying to get back down the court. Stab has numbers. Bullet Coles for 3, no good. Williford for the offensive board, goes up, floater, gets the roll. Here's Brady Burnett. Gets a screen from Gray, puts up a 3. Too strong, but Jones, the offensive rebound, right back to Burnett. Tries again, and left it short. Up ahead now, Cody Gordon puts up a quick 3. No good. Stab just rushing these offensive possessions a bit.
Yeah, it looks like we're looking to slow it down here, but it got real fast there for a bit. A lot of sprinting up and down the court, looking for quick shots.
Here's Brandon over to Wally Jones. A lot of contact between Gray and Bullet Coles. The refs letting these guys play. Now Cosby corner 3. Air ball. And a rebound by Williford. Williford goes right at Cosby. Gets in the lane. Tough floater, no good. Rebound loose, controlled by Darius Gray. Outlet to Burnett. Saints have a 3-on-3. Brandon in the corner. Gets Mallory in the air. Takes a bounce. And another miss from behind the arc. Both of these teams have gone ice cold. The Saints hit 2 early in the first, but since then only that 1 from Darius Gray early this quarter. Now here's Mallory. Still cannot get one to go. And a body on the floor for Stab. Saints have numbers if they move quick. Brandon finds Burnett on the wing. Gets it into Gray. Triple team goes up. Missed it. And both offenses struggling to get anything to go. Now here's Bullet Cole, spins, gets in the lane, and he'll go to the line. So they're going to get that on Cosby. That's number 2 on him. Denzel Bullet Coles at the line for 2. Hits the first.
Saints making some subs.
Wally Jones didn't realize he was coming off. Saints nearly went on with 6 players on the court. As now Bullet Coles, his second is good. As Iturbe will check in for him. And the Saints will take a timeout. They lead 18-17, 4:10 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in a minute. Out of the timeout, the Saints will have it. And Stab moving to some press. Harrison Miller will get his first action tonight. The sharpshooting senior.
Risky pass, look at it, worked out for him.
And now Brandon has it at the top of the key. Guarded by Cody Gordon, finds Colin Johnson on the wing. Mallory on him, helped off to get to Gray. Now a skip pass from Gray to Miller. Brandon has it, shot clock down to 10. The Saints finally get it to Darius Gray. Facing up Iturbe, Miller left wide open in the corner, too strong. And Johnson shoved out of the way. Refs turned a blind eye to it. Now Iturbe on the other end. No good, maybe a makeup call there as he got hit in the wrist. But now Gordon for three, wide open, Stab, just can't get anything to fall. But Chance Mallory fighting for the rebound with Darius Gray. And that's going to be a delay of game warning on Austin Williford as he picked up the ball after he made the shot.
Yeah, probably not intentional, just muscle memory picking up the basketball there.
So Stab still in the press. Not as aggressive this possession, though. Colin Johnson gets it over to Elijah Brandon. Now Darius Gray, top of the key. Backing in on Iturbe, kicks it out to Miller. Inside for Johnson, just threw it over him, but it's out of bounds off Stab as Williford got a hand in there but couldn't control it.
I like it to avoid that turnover there.
Now, Stuart Cosby and Brady Burnett will check back in for the Saints. Johnson and Miller will exit. Cosby, the inbounder. Gets it to Gray. Darius Gray backing in on Iturbe. Head of steam, kicks it out to Cosby, but it's out of bounds. Just too many turnovers for St. Christopher's in this game. Now Nate Roberts ready to check in for St. Christopher's. As in the zone, Iturbe gets it, kicks it out to Jaden Brown. Another miss from behind the arc for Stab, but Iturbe tries to tap it in. Just couldn't get it to go as it rimmed out. Now up ahead, Colin Johnson goes up, missed it. The Saints struggling in transition. As now here's Chance Mallory, goes right at Gray, blocked by Darius Gray. Now the outlet to Brady Burnett, all alone. Burnett lays it in. It's a beautiful pass from Gray. Burnett may be lucky to get away with a travel there. I think the refs are going to consider that first step a gather step. As now Mallory, Saints putting high pressure on him. Don't want him taking any shots from behind the arc. Brandon, Mallory gets it over. Cody Gordon in the corner now. Jaden Brown tries again, and finally Stab gets one to go. Here's Elijah Brandon, gets a screen from Gray, gets in the lane, kicks it back out to Colin Johnson. Pull up from the free throw line, rims out, and the rebound by Williford. Jaden Brown leaves it off for Williford, goes right at Cosby, basket is good, and one.
Gonna get Stuart Cosby for the foul.
As that's number 3 on Cosby.
And Nate Roberts coming in for Stu Cosby.
And Williford finishes off the three-point play. And now Stab will take a timeout. They lead by 5 with 90 seconds to go in the second quarter. Back out of the timeout, Stab up by 5 with 1:30 in the second quarter. Darius Gray all the way down for Brandon. Dropped it, but luckily it takes a bounce off Mallory. A bit of an unconventional way to beat the press, but still worked out just the same.
And Colin Johnson going to be the inbounder for St. Chris.
Johnson just throws it up to Gray, who drives on a Turbe. Backing in, Darius Gray falling away, left it short. Just nothing going for St. Christopher's now. And it's with Chance Mallory, gets in the lane, up and under, and fouled by Roberts. Mallory rubbing his eyes a little bit. Took a shot there from Roberts. Nothing intentional, of course, but still does not feel good. So 2 free throws for Chance Mallory, and he misses the first. And hits the second, so 1 for 2 trip for Mallory. Stabs lead up to a game-high 6. And Brady Burnett gets it into Darius Gray, kicks it back out to Burnett. Now right back to Gray. Triple team comes. Gray goes up strong. And no, they're going to call an offensive foul. So Stab with their lead at a game-high 6. Mallory gets in the lane, can't get the roll, but knocks it away from Gray, tries to save it, but his foot was out of bounds. He is just such a good rebounder for someone his size. Darius Gray is so much bigger than him, but Mallory still has been probably able to disrupt Gray on the glass as well as anyone the Saints have played this year. So now the Saints down 6, 17 seconds between shot and game clock. Darius Gray, double team once again, kicks it out to Johnson, finds Brandon top of the key. Three-pointer is good. Elijah Brandon with a big shot for the Saints. Now in the corner, Gordon trapped, out of bounds. Off Stab, it's going to the Saints. Darius Gray and Elijah Brandon knock it away, and now the Saints can hold for the final possession of the quarter. Up ahead, Roberts kicks it to the corner. Burnett thought about a 3, thought better of it. Brandon gets a screen from Gray, pulls up a foot inside the line, and a lot of contact between Gordon and Gray. I think they're gonna get Gordon on that. You know, to pull down Darius Gray like that is not an easy task. We apologize for these camera issues. 8.1 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Saints are going to inbound from right in front of the St. Anne's Belfield bench as they will get the final shot, likely, of this half. Brady Burnett to inbound, finds Gray about 30 feet away at the top of the key. Gets it to Stuart Cosby on the wing. Now Darius Gray on the right wing. Puts up a 3. No good. Rebound by Denzel Bullock-Coles, and that will do it for the first half. St. Christopher's, an array of turnovers coming back to bite them. Trail by 3 going into the half. Got a great second half coming up. Be with us in 10 minutes. Hello and welcome back out of the half. 16 minutes of basketball separating one of these two teams from a Prep League championship. For Stab, it would mark 4 in a row and their 6th as a program. For St. Christopher's, it would be their 4th.
St. Christopher's, the biggest thing for them in the second half is avoiding turnovers. We're losing a lot of points, a lot of point swings there against St. Christopher's on just bad turnovers, bad passes, knocking it out of bounds, and got to clean that up in the second half.
Here's Denzel Bullet Coles. Gray tight on him. And tried to drive, but Gray shut him off. Brady Burnett back on Chance Mallory playing with 2 fouls. Mallory, double team comes, swing pass to the corner. Iturbe walks into a 3 and gets the bounce. So Stab quickly opens the lead right back up to 6. That was a dangerous pass from Gray. Just barely got it to Burnett. And now Burnett finds Gray. Swings Wally Jones. Great ball movement. Cosby corner 3. He answers. Stuart Cosby for 3. That's the 4th already for the Saints. And now Jaden Brown doesn't get the bounce that time. Gray the board. He wants to run. Darius Gray. Swing past Burnett. Finds Brandon. And missed it.
Looking for a long one there.
Now Denzel Bullock Coles will bring it up for St. Anne's Belfield. Attacks Gray, spinning, nearly turns it over. Brandon got in the passing lanes, and they're going to call it out of bounds off at Iturbe. And they will reverse the call. I think that was the right decision. I was shocked when they pointed towards the Saints initially, but
yeah, that initial call confused me.
Yeah. And anyways, here's Chance Mallory. Burnett does a good job to close him off, but left Bullock Coles open for 3. Way off, but Austin Williford gets an easy look under the rim. The Saints struggled with offensive rebounding off 3-pointers last night, but that's just bad luck there. A bad miss, but it just fell right to Williford. That's now the Saints trying to get it into Gray. Bullock Coles doing everything he can to deny the ball. Brady Burnett, top of the key. Shot clock down to 8. Brandon. Here's Burnett, clock at 3. Brady Burnett steps back, long 2, can't hit. Rebound loose, falls to Williford. And now Stab wants to run. Chance Mallory. Switch on to Wally Jones, pulls back, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound ripped away by Elijah Brandon. Era with the Saints. So here's Brady Burnett. Finds Stuart Cosby. Saints get it into Darius Gray. Double team comes. Gray doesn't care. Goes up strong. Gets knocked over on the way up. Outlet to Mallory. Ooh. And big contact between him and Brady Burnett. Both players are down.
I think both of them went real aggressive after that pass. And
even though the foul was on him, Brady Burnett certainly got the worst of that. Mallory looks like he's nursing something in that right arm. And we're going to take a break. So Brady Burnett Able to walk off under his own power, which is a good sign. But he does exit for the moment as Colin Johnson comes in for him. So 31-28. Here's Williford in the corner for Jaden Brown, right back to Austin Williford. And now Mallory, double team comes, Bullet Coles left alone. Gray comes over with the help, but he still scores. And that's a technical on Williford. That's his second delay of game. And that's also number 3 on him. So not only is that going to put Cosby at the line for technical free throws, it's foul number 3 on one of the Stab stars. And Cosby left the first one short. And Cosby hits the second. So 1 for 2 trip for Cosby. Here's Darius Gray backing in on a Turbe, kicks it out. Brandon, three-pointer. It's good! Elijah Brandon for 3 in the lead. Cut down to 1 for Stab. Here's Denzel Bullet Coles. Finds Williford. Swing pass at Turbe. Now back out Mallory, gets in the lane. Iturbe in the corner, drives inside, tied up, finds Mallory, top of the key, gets Jones in the air, shoots over Johnson and hits. Chance Mallory, just such a good shot maker. Any space from behind the arc, and he can make the Saints pay. 4:30 to go in the third. Stab up 4. So back out of the timeout, Stabs lead right back to 4 after the 3 from Chance Mallory. And Brady Burnett has re-entered for the Saints. He gets it here, knocked away by Williford, out of bounds off Stab. Would not surprise me, despite how good he is defensively, to see the Saints attack Williford. If they can get a 4th on him by the end of the third quarter, that likely means Stab's going to be sitting him for a while. As Darius Gray finds Elijah Brandon, goes up and lays it in. Got Bullet Coles on his back, tried to draw some contact. Bullet Coles did a good job to avoid any, but at the cost of that, had to give Elijah an open layup. Now Mallory crossing over, hoists a 3. No good, but a Turbe right there for the rebound, ripped away by Cosby. Body's on the floor, still loose. Jaden Brown comes away with a foul called on Burnett, I believe. And if it is, and that is on Burnett. That's number 4. So, as we talked about with Williford, picking up a 4th foul this early in the third is likely going to mean a long stretch on the bench. And there's a dunk from Williford as he got open off the inbound. Darius Gray barreling inside, kicks to the corner. Cosby, three-pointer. No good. Bullet Coles skies in for the rebound. Denzel Bullet Coles loses it. And he's fouled by Colin Johnson.
Saints getting caught for...
No, they're going to call that on Gray. Well, they will call it on the floor, though, so Stab will just inbound instead of getting free throws. Williford jabs, shoots over Cosby, too strong, rebound off the backboard right to Jaden Brown. And he'll drive on Jones, spins, gets inside, left it short, and rebound by Johnson. Colin Johnson needs to be careful with his dribble, gets it away, though, to Gray. Now finds Brandon, three-pointer. Doesn't get the bounce, took three. Bounces off the rim, but just couldn't get it to fall. Now Williford will be fouled by Cosby.
Saints just getting caught for too many fouls there. I mean, giving them so many inbounds, so many free throws. They just need to play more disciplined.
And that's number 4 on Cosby as well. As now it's Herbe left wide open in the corner, can't hit. Rebound, Gavin Johnson. So Stab gets it back after Elijah Brandon was tied up. The Saints without 2 of their wings, Stuart Cosby and Brady Burnett, both sitting on 4 fouls, and Chance Mallory just got called for a carry. And now Coach Jones will take a timeout. 2:45 in the third. Saints down 38-34. Back out of the timeout. St. Christopher's will have it down 4. And Stab once again looking to press. Brandon getting tied up with Mallory. Mallory shoved him a bit. But no whistles. Here's Gavin Johnson, top of the key. Finds Wally Jones in the corner, gets it to Gray. Darius Gray double teamed. Swings it to Johnson, wide open 3, no good. Rebound loose, controlled by Jones, finds Brandon, his corner 3, no good. Another offensive rebound, this one by Gray. Backing in strong, goes up and missed it. A third offensive rebound, and he's fouled. Darius Gray dominant on the offensive glass here in this third quarter. 4 shot attempts for the Saints. So it'll be 2 free throws for Gray. And the first one, a low line drive, but gets it to go. As now Cody Gordon checks in for Austin Williford, as we mentioned. He's on 3 fouls. So Stab likely wants to avoid him picking up his 4th anytime soon. With a lot of games still left to be played. As Gray, a 2-for-2 trip at the line. cuts the lead back down to a single possession. The Saints haven't tied or taken the lead all quarter. Now Iturbe left open, can't hit from three. Gray the rebound, outlet to Brandon. Saints have a 2-on-2. Elijah Brandon has it knocked out of his hands, staying with the Saints. Cody Gordon can't seem to believe it. It looked pretty clear that it was off him to me. He needs to be careful. Still jawing with the refs. Might have been lucky to avoid any further action. As now Darius Gray facing up on Iturbe. Double team comes, swings it to Wally Jones. Now finds Brandon. Steps back, three-pointer. It's good! Elijah Brandon for three, and the Saints have their first lead in the second half. That's the third three-pointer of this quarter alone for Brandon. Jaden Brown tries to answer, and he connects. Now Darius Gray has it. Saints right back down two. Gray backing in on Iturbe, goes up through a ton of contact. It doesn't matter. We are tied at 41. Jaden Brown left wide open, walked into it, missed, but another offensive rebound for Stab. Now Mallory open in the corner, and he hits. Coach Jones not happy on the sideline, and rightfully so with that defense from the Saints. So now Gray backing in, goes up, tied up, somehow no whistles. And Bullock Coles comes away with it. Denzel Bullock Coles kicks it back out. Mallory, long three-pointer, connects. Chance Mallory, back-to-back threes. And the lead up to 6 for Stab. Here's Brandon, gets a screen from Gray, finds some space, can't answer, rebound Mallory. And he'll be fouled by Johnson. Not a smart foul, that's gonna put Stab at the line. So now Chance Mallory gonna get 2 free throws. Just 45 seconds ago, St. Christopher's led this game 39-38, but a quick 9-2 run from Stab. And make it 10-2 as Mallory hits the first. And Mallory 2 for 2, the lead up to a game-high 8. A 12-2 run by Stab to end the quarter. They're up 8. Elijah Brandon spinning, finds some room, gets in the lane, and he's fouled. So they're going to call it a shooting foul. So no, it will not be a shooting foul. It'll be on the floor. Now Stuart Cosby will check in. Needs to be careful, as we mentioned, already on 4 fouls. One more, and his afternoon is done. Cosby to inbound, finds Gray. Darius Gray isolating on Bullock Coles. Clock down to 3. Gray goes up and can't get the roll, but he will get 2 free throws.
If there's any time to make free throws, it's probably here.
So 2 free throws for Darius Gray, and he missed the first. Second one, up and good. So Stab will inbound. Colin Johnson knocks it away, and that'll do it for the third. The Saints led 39-38, but an 11-3 run to end the quarter by Stab gives them a 7-point lead. 8 minutes to go in the Prep League final. Stay with us. Back for the fourth, the Saints down 7 in this Prep League final. They need instant offense. Stuart Cosby and Brady Burnett both out there on 4 fouls. The Saints want their best 5 on the floor as Gray goes up strong, block from behind. And they're gonna call it out of bounds off the Saints.
Looked to me like
that is
Stav tipped it out, but the refs are gonna keep it with Stav.
That is just not a good call. That was very clearly off Stav. So now St. Anne's Belfield has it up 7. Chance Mallory drives on Elijah Brandon, kicks it back out at Turbe, 3-pointer. No good. Bullet Cole shoves Colin Johnson to get the rebound. Now Cosby comes away with it. He's still getting whacked in the upper chest, but gets it to Gray, kicks it to the corner. Burnett, they need it. Can't hit. Rebound loose. And they're going to get a foul on Colin Johnson. So Stab gets it right back. Up 7 with 7 minutes to go. Chance Mallory driving, gets around Gray, gets inside, count it, and 1. And Mallory hits the free throw, extends the lead up to double digits. Here's Brady Burnett with Darius Gray. Gray drives, and he carried it. And the Saints will take a timeout, trailing by 10, 6:53 to go. Rivers will have it, down 10 with less than 7 to go. Excuse me, Stab will have it after the carry from Darius Gray. Bullet Cole shoves Brandon away. And now here's Mallory. Gets in the lane and leaves it off for Jaden Brown. That's a nice find from Chance Mallory. And that's an offensive foul on the Saints. So it's a flagrant on Colin Johnson. And it'll put Chance Mallory at the line. And Mallory at the line. Hits the first. And hits that one as well.
It's the biggest flop I've. Chance Mallory inbounding it for Stab.
Saints down 14. Stab on a 17-3 run.
Yeah, Saints really starting to lose it here, and a lot of unnecessary fouls. And
so now Cody Gordon drives.
Disciplinary stuff.
Iturbe hands it off to Mallory. Crossing over, gets in the lane. Chance Mallory falling away, and he'll go to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, pushed him a bit there while he was going up. Trying to catch up with them, I think, or maybe just trying to stop the shot from going in.
And Mallory hits the free throw. And he hits them both. A 20-3 run by Stab. The lead up to 16. Darius Gray kicks it to Cosby. They need it. They got it. Stuart Cosby for 3. And if the Saints want to get back in this game, they're going to need a lot more of that. Mallory. And he's fouled by Brandon.
Looked like he hooked him with his arm there.
It's already 5 fouls on the Saints, so it'll put Mallory at the line for 2. And he hits the first. He hits them both. Lead up to 15 now. The score how it is, the Saints just cannot afford to be trading buckets right now. And Darius Gray is going to go to the line. They're going to get a block on Axel Iturbe. So the Saints will inbound from the baseline. As now Austin Williford will come in for Iturbe. Cosby, the inbounder, gets it to Gray. Darius Gray loses it, and Chance Mallory has it. Mallory goes up and left it short. Rebound tapped up, falls to Jaden Brown, missed it. Another offensive rebound, this one from Bullet Coles.
Saints letting him get too many opportunities on that play.
Now Brandon drives, gets inside, tried to kick it out to Burnett, but it's taken away by Cody Gordon. Now he goes up and left it short, but yet another offensive rebound from Bullet Coles. The lead up to 19 for Stab, and St. Christopher's will take a timeout. So welcome back. Saints having this game get away from them a bit. In a game they once led 39-38, it's now 64-45. As Brady Burnett gets it into Darius Gray, finds Gavin Johnson underneath. Maybe the best offensive possession of the night for the Saints there. That was a great look for Gavin Johnson. Now Mallory drives inside, kicks it out. Cody Gordon a three. And nearly another offensive rebound for Bullet Coles, but Gray rips it away. Brandon goes up strong, and he scores. Lead down to 15 now for Stab. And Gray nearly takes that one away from Bullet Coles, but it'll be off of the Saints center. Here's Austin Williford. Leaves it off Bullet Coles, up and under, kicks it out. Jaden Brown a three, it's good. Everything going down for Stab this quarter. Now here's Brandon, tripped up. No whistles, but Burnett open and he connects. Stab will take a timeout. They lead, or will they? Ref whistled for a timeout. Or no, they're just wiping off the floor. Here's Williford with Stab up 15. Williford gets in the lane, tied up, loses it, out of bounds, going to the Saints. So here's Elijah Brandon. Finds Darius Gray in the corner. Right back to Brandon. Elijah Brandon crossing over, spinning. Tied up, Finds Cosby in the corner. Three-pointers up. No good. Mallory with the rebound. And Mallory just barely gets it across in time. Now drives, gets around Brandon, gets inside, and finger roll left alone under the rim. Here's Darius Gray barreling inside with the left, too strong. And knocked over some fans. It's on the baseline. Mallory steps back, three-pointer. And Brandon got in his landing area.
And get 3 free throws here.
And Mallory hits the first two. So now Harrison Miller will check in for Gavin Johnson. And Mallory hits all three. The lead is 20. Here's Brady Burnett, finds Stuart Cosby, drives, gets in the air, falling away, left it short, out of bounds, off of St. Christopher's. And up ahead, Bullock Coles gets around Gray and lays it in. Now Gray gets inside, around Bullock Coles, lays it in. As Williford goes at Cosby and lays it in off the glass. Brady Burnett going quickly. Has it knocked out of his hands. Mallory comes away with it. As now Mallory throws it up for Jaden Brown. And he lays it in. Minute 21 left. Stab takes a timeout. And the Saints emptying their bench. I think Stab can sense a fourth prep league in a row coming at this point. Up 24 with just over a minute left. This game was very close for 75% of it, but just a dominant fourth quarter from Stab as Connor Welch can't hit. Tries to save it, but Cody Gordon comes away with it. St. Christopher's led this game 39-38 at one point, but another three goes down for Stab. As now They will empty their bench and make subs. Welch finds Ali Davila in the corner. Davila towing the baseline, knocked out of bounds, off stab. As now here's Patrick Leckie, hands it off to Davila. Ali Davila kicks it to the corner for Zach Davila. And he's bumped